Dude, she could not care less. She could not care less. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Next, I wanted to cover this clip where AOC was doing an event that was disturbed by, you know, anti-democrat, pro, like anti-UN, anti-FEMA camp, like pro-freedom type people. It wasn't like, hey, we're here to like stop you from supporting the drug war. It wasn't like that. It was the FEMA camps, like, you know, the general idea, right? It was generally like conspiracy folk. We can show you a little bit of how that disruption went and how everybody else reacted to it with kind of just amused silence, or bemused silence, I think would maybe be a better word. Let me show you it. Look how little, I'm sorry, look how little AOC cares. AOC could not care less. And the thing is, I saw a lot of people reacting to this. For example, like Benny Johnson, we're just going to talk to his Senate, which was a second, it was like, oh, look at AOC getting humiliated. Is it really humiliating to have just a bunch of people yell at you and act like this in public? If it's not for a good reason, if it's for something stupid, then really I think you're humiliating yourself. She's just chilling there. She's just vibing. I think this is the best thing you could generally do when stuff like this happens, because you don't want to give them too much attention. You don't want to give them like too much gas for them to go on the internet and run with for months. Like, AOC told me to shut up when I was speaking up about the global homo Jew agenda, right? And then they get to run with that for months. When it's much easier to, I yelled about the global homo agenda and AOC sat there because she wanted to talk about infrastructure. Oh my goodness. Dude, she could not care less. She could not care less. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. She is Pepe dancing, man. She is Pepe dancing, man. She's rhizome bouncing. She's moving and shaking for them OG moving and shakers in chat. She is girl bossing, man. She just doesn't care. She just doesn't care. I love this. Unironic. This is the best way you can respond to people whose goal is to just shut you down, right? I'm not against like direct actions or ever doing protests like this. And we, of course, should not like say, oh, these people should be thrown in prison forever. But this is how you should react to it when people are doing this type of stuff for silly reasons. And say like, oh, UN 2030 FEMA camps nonsense towards AOC, who has what to do with any of that in the first place. I mean, she's reacting to them how I would want her to react to them. Very classy.
I'm running up the street of New York. They got some people like you. Come on, AOC, answer the question. How much did I get paid? Come here.
You're disgusting. I love it. Okay, you get the idea. They acted like this the whole time. It's not that surprising. Anyway, it is what it is. Oh wait, did she respond and like have a back and forth? Okay, let's watch. Anyway, that's how it went down. I think it was pretty funny. Benny Johnson had a different retelling of events, saying that AOC's hecklers have officially broken her. And there was a lot of people saying, oh, AOC just got so demolished. AOC got so destroyed here. I mean, people going and yelling at a politician does not mean a politician was destroyed, because there's a lot of stupid people in the world. I would just include these people in the group of stupid people. I know that might be mean to say that there are ignorant people in the world, but there are. That's not saying they shouldn't get free healthcare or they shouldn't get, you know, the rights that should be afforded to them as human beings, but not everybody has something valuable to say. I have gone to city council meetings before, and I have sat there as people come up and complain about the most mundane, asinine things. And that's not saying the majority of people who come to city council meetings are productive. I mean, look, the majority of people I think who go to city council meetings care, but there's a very small minority who just comment on everything because they just want the microphone. And so there's no reason to believe that just because people yelled at AOC at an event, that these people have anything worth listening to. And let's see what AOC did that was officially her breaking. Let's see.
All right, listen,
Okay. Okay. They did break her a little bit. But they perfectly broke her. That's we need more of AOC like that, okay? We need that. We need her like that on the House floor, okay? We need more of her like that on the House floor. You remember the Medicare bust movement? Like Jimmy Jordan wanted us to have like a vote on Medicare for all, even though nobody would fail.
Immoral,
if she used
bankrupt man.
that as a negotiating tactic, she would have got it through. Cool Your Jets, thank you for the Prime Gaming and being subscribed for 2 months. Keep opening people's eyes, my friend. Thank you so much, Cool Your Jets. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you. I feel like I'm about to hit you with my slipper. Jesus. Okay, we're done. We're moving on. Richard Medhurst has a different reaction to all these like counter protests that AOC has been getting. He released a 1-minute video where he asked AOC, why does AOC keep voting for war? So I wanted to check it out. Richard Medhurst, one of many people who have gotten money from the government of Bashar al-Assad lobby groups on their behalf to people who tout the line. This is somebody who actually believes that Bashar al-Assad won his election democratically, that it wasn't staged, that it wasn't a fraud. So he just lies on behalf of the Syrian government, lies on behalf of the murderous regime. So let's play and listen to what he has to say about AOC and why she keeps voting for war. I'm very interested. This is about the aid Ukraine is getting from the United States.
You know what's actually real? That AOC sent weapons to Ukraine. Look, here are the votes, the 40 billion which they sent over. So look who voted for this. You got AOC. There you go. She voted for this. Richie Torres, who's a Zionist pretending to be a progressive. Jamal Bowman, same thing. Let's look at Ilhan Omar. Yep, she also voted for it. I'm talking about all of them, all these so-called progressives. I don't even know what that word means anymore.
So we see when you're progressive, what progressive actually means is you stand by as never again happens again. Progressive means you stand by as the largest mass grave in Europe is uncovered since the Yugoslav genocides. Being progressive means you look at the mass graves in Bucha and Lyman, the atrocities that are being committed in the bombing of Ukraine, and you say, submit Ukraine, please give up. We're not going to give you the tools necessary to win, even though we have them readily available. In fact, we're the best producer of those weapons in the world, the best producer of those tools in the world. That is what it means to be a progressive. What it means to be a progressive is to be a spineless coward who sits by as human rights atrocities goes on, and you say, well, Iraq, so we should do nothing as a country. That's what it means to be a progressive.
You'll have some of them that vote no when they are certain that the bill is going to pass anyway. But when it's not certain, when it's not sure that the bill is going to pass, they fucking vote yes to make sure it gets through.
Well, that bill was going to get through with AOC or without Jamal Bowman or without any. It was going to get through without the quote-unquote progressives that he's referring to. So I don't think that would apply here, since without AOC's vote, without Ilhan's vote, without Jamal Bowman's vote, it would have still gotten through. They could have lost a lot of votes and still gotten this through.
So they're working for the establishment. They help these bills get through. That shows you how fucking evil these people are. They are worse than Republicans, because Republicans tell you to your face who they are. They show you their ugly side. It's in your face. It's like Trump. He shows you that he's ugly and what he is doing and what he's going to do. But these guys, they pretend to be on the other side, and then they go and do the exact same thing as Trump, the exact same thing as conservatives. All the same. All the same.
Isn't it weird that the far right in the United States, the same far right he seems to be decrying, are the people who support the Russian government the most, are also the people like Marjorie Taylor Greene who are trying to stop weapon shipments to Ukraine, because none of these people have a principled stand for democracy. Not that Richard Medhurst cares about democracy. Democracy is just a obstacle to Richard Medhurst. It's the same reason he supports the regime of Bashar al-Assad and will pretend that he was democratically elected. There's the same, if he doesn't support the People's Revolution against Bashar al-Assad, then it's not a huge surprise that he doesn't support the Euromaidan, the People's Revolution against Lukashenko, who took the Ukrainian people and brutalized them and beat them and murdered student protesters, tried to make protesting illegal, backed out of popular economic agreements with the European Union. It's not that surprising, because he doesn't have a principled dedication to democracy, so it's not that surprising that he wouldn't care about the front line of democracy in Ukraine and would think progressiveness to him represents backstabbing young democracies and abandoning them to authoritarian regime. To him, being a progressive just means you do nothing. As progressives, their solution to the world is America should do nothing, should just sit there and just let the world go on as it is. Hopefully Russia and China will just figure it all out without us. Hopefully Europe will just figure it out without us. I'm sure the Russians will be very equitable in their distribution of mass graves across occupied territory, man. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? She's so evil because she wants to give the victims the tools to defend themselves. God, man, they don't even try. Don't even try.